Video number 2. Told y'all it was coming. I'm making it. And to some of the comments I got on Facebook, I was smoking cigars, not blunts. And today I'm smoking my tobacco pipe. Straight tobacco. Today's video is brought to you by nothing because nobody sponsors me yet. It's only my second video. But today I'm going to talk about, I was going to go with inherent racism, but racism is overrated anyway. I'm not a racist, so I don't really give a shit. People who think there's inherent racism just because you're white is a fucking moron. And that's all I'm going to say to that. Today I'm going to talk about the new age feminism and the old feminism and which ones differ, how they differ. I'll start with the original feminism. In the original feminism, I agree with it. Equal rights, equal representation, get paid as much as a male if you do the same job. I agree with it. I mean, the burning the bras was kind of entertaining. I liked watching the videos with the girls, springtime, nipples out. It was nice. It was very lovely. But today's feminism has nothing to do with women's rights or women's suffrage, if you will. They say it does, but it doesn't. If you get down to the core of it, it's just basically them hating men for doing nothing but having a dick. That's the only reason. And it's white men only. They don't talk shit on black men. They don't talk shit on Mexican men. They talk shit on only white males. Saying it's the white man who fucked us up. So we have the right to beat the shit out of them. And to make them belittled to where they feel this big. No. It's like beating a dead horse, man. New age feminism is just an excuse for a woman to get away with more shit. They say they want more rights. So we gave them more rights. And others saying they want equal pay. We gave them equal pay. The only difference is now they're saying, and I'm speaking on America alone, because I'm from America. I don't know much about the politics overseas. In America alone, women and men make predominantly the same in the same job. Like, say, a female waitress at Applebee's and a male waiter at Applebee's. Kind of redundant to say female and male, but you get the point. These two together, the female and the male, if you go by tips, the female's always going to make more. People are more attracted to females. Even females are more attracted to females. If you're a female and you flirt, it's fine and gravy. If you're a male and you call somebody honey, sweetie, or darling, like how I was raised, would you rather me call your wife a cunt or a bitch? No. I'm not going to call you sir because you're not my superior. You're equal to me. If we were in the military and you were my general or my superior officer, then yes, I would call you sir. But if you're a customer, I'm going to call you hey bro, or hey hon, hey sweetie, hey darling. People get mad at that, at least in this town. I don't see why. It's not like I'm saying, hey, sweetie, come to the back and I'm going to pound you over the freaking cook table. No. I'm being nice. This whole sexualized politics bullshit, where I've never met a woman in my life who liked a man who said, can I hold your hand? Can I hold the door for you? Oh, can I pay for this? No. They like a man to take charge. And I'm not saying take charges and do everything predominantly male. I'm saying they want a man to be a man, not a little bitch boy. If you're going on a date, you should expect to, most likely pay for the date. If you're a male. If you have a cock between your legs, you're probably paying for the date. If you are a gay couple, usually the male who asks the other male on the date is probably going to pay. Or it's more equal where they both pay, which I would see as a better thing. To be honest, the only difference between a male and a female, besides, of course, hormones, vagina and dick, you could have kids, I can't. If there was no female, there would be no male. And mood swings. Don't get me wrong, some men have mood swings, some men are extremely emotional. These men need help. See, it's like I said in my last video, I wasn't raised by my father. I was raised by my stepdad, who I call my dad. I have a dad and I have a father. Any man can stick his dick in a woman and father a child. It takes a real man to be there for that kid, raising that kid, teaching that kid from right and from wrong. That's a real man. There's not a lot of those anymore. I've seen time and time again where a woman gets knocked the fuck up and the guy takes off. And it's not a racial thing. White men do it, Mexican men do it, black men do it. It's all over the spectrum. There is no difference. Which is why I don't get the point of racial politics. And like I said before, when it comes to the feminist movement, all these women always claim to be proud to be a woman. Yet, if a house was on fire, they'd be the first ones to say, "Oh, I'm a female, save me first." Why? If you want to have the same rights as a male, you should be saved just as much as I should be saved. If we're both in a burning building and there's a firefighter there, he's going to save your ass first. He's not going to save me first. If we're going down like in the Titanic, like I said in the last video, you're going to get off first, not me. But for some odd reason, you're still claiming sexism. Okay. Number one, all the studies that I've done, all the research I've done, and I've done extensive research on it because sexism always comes up. Because everybody always calls me a racist, a prejudice, a sexist, and of course, more than likely not, a blasphemer because of the atheism. I'll get into atheism more in the next video, as I can go on for hours about that shit. And like I said, I'm open for debates. If someone wants to debate me live, go for it. We'll get on live cameras, we'll both put on a camera, and we'll debate about it. I don't care. If I win, I win. If I lose, I lose. But you better be bringing evidence to everything you're debating, not just hearsay. Now, with this sexist bullshit, like I said before, they're comparing a waitress to an oil rig runner. This guy's going to make a lot more because he's working a more dangerous job. And oil rigs are predominantly male jobs. Just like welding is a predominantly male job. It's not because they just would rather hire males. It's because most women don't go for those jobs. You know, you put a female teacher in with a male teacher, I almost guarantee you the female teacher is going to be making just a little bit more. And like I said last week, a man can't get out of a ticket for flashing a little bit of titty and booty. A woman can. I've seen it time and time again. There are women who brag about the shit. If I did that, my ass is going to prison. Not just for getting a ticket for whatever the hell they're pulling me over for, but also because I sexually harassed that particular officer. But with this feminism thing, it's all just crap. They have no evidence to anything they're saying. They have nothing to support their claim. Nothing at all. And I'm sorry, but like what Ben Shapiro said again, if you want to have a good life, it doesn't matter if you have tits and a vag or a dick and balls. It doesn't matter. It matters what you do with your life. If you want to play the victim your whole life, you're going to be the victim. If you want to play the leader of the life and lead your life the way you want to lead it, don't give a shit about what that douchebag up there thinks. Do what this right here tells you to do. Your head, your brain. You know, if you, like I said, wait till marriage to have kids. If you get your high school diploma, which you should, and then you go to college for something better than lesbian dance theory or some other theoretical bullshit. I'm sorry, but if I was a CEO of a major company and I had a choice to choose between a person who had lesbian dance theory under their belt or a person who had the particular skills I needed, I wouldn't care what color you were. I wouldn't care what sex you were. If you had that degree and you showed me I'd put your ass to work. I'm not going to put someone to work just because they went to college for some bullshit theory. No, like, it's like somebody getting a master's degree in psychology and then wanting to go work at a college to be a nurse. There's no point in it. If someone has a CNA and someone has a master's degree in psychology and the job in question is for somebody who actually needs to fix people, I'd rather have a person with a CNA. Again, don't care what color you are, don't care what sex you are. I don't care what sexual orientation you are. If you have the declaration saying that you have this, sure. If it's two people that don't have a degree, bring them both in. See which one is better fit. Like a tryout, if you will. Again, doesn't matter if it's a female or male. And everybody's like, oh, well, you'll hire a female because she's fun to look at. True, a woman might be fun to look at. But no, I'm not going to hire her just because she happens to be the opposite sex. I'm going to hire her if she's the right person to hire. You know, in this particular town, it's hard to get a job here, a good job, if you don't speak Spanish. Which is bullshit. You know, you don't see me sitting here saying, oh, well, I'm going to make up a word like inherent racism or like men are pigs just because I'm not getting the job. I mean, yeah, I know I'm not getting the job. It's because I don't speak the language they predominantly speak in those particular places. And everybody's like, well, why is there more CEOs that are males than there are females? To be honest, it's like what Jordan Peterson said, who is a guy from Canada. Men are more likely to be more aggressive in the work field. That's why you see more men CEOs. Women are more likely to be complacent. You know, they like where they're at. They don't want to upgrade. They don't want to degrade. So they just stay where they're at. You know, it's just a fact of life. You know, they did a study I think it was the early 2000s, where how many women are more likely to go to science and get that big degree to make a lot of money, or how many more women are more willing to, say, be a CNA? I don't even have to finish the statement. You already know the answer. And like I said, I'm not saying women aren't aggressive. I'm just saying when it comes to the business field, men are predominantly more aggressive. You know, we're more aggressive in general. You know, we have more testosterone in our bodies. It's like the old saying I always used to say, women think more, men just do shit. You know, everybody's like, oh, well, there was one, I think it was a politician chick, and it's like OCJ or OJC or whatever the fuck her name is. AOC, that's her name. Well, that's her initials. She was saying that a particular joke, picking yourself up by your bootstraps, is just a joke. It's physically impossible. No shit, it's a metaphor. Of course it's a metaphor. In other words, it's saying get off your ass, get up, dust yourself off, and do the job. Work harder. That's what it's implying. It's not implying, oh, I'm going to pick myself up from my bootstraps, and then I'm going to do better. No, it's saying get off your ass and do better. It's you hyping yourself up to do better. And to be honest, like I said, there's more and more crybabies today. Like I said, New Age feminism, it's all bullshit. The New Age racism is all bullshit. It is just a way to distract us from what's really going on. Like, a buddy of mine that I work with, again, I'm not going to name any names, he hates Trump with a fucking passion. He swears up and down he's liberal, you know, he's right in the middle, doesn't care if it's Republican or Democrat. Every Republican president, he's hated. For some reason, every Democratic president, which has done absolutely fucking nothing for us, he's loved. He was talking about Obamacare the other day. Oh, Obamacare is great. Obamacare is fantastic. If you are on the poverty line, it is. If you are in middle class, like my wife and I are, Obamacare will rape you with charges. Him and his wife are great because he works, she doesn't. They're right there at the poverty line. But it's like I was telling him, and he actually agreed to this. And I told him, it's good for you. It's not good for me. We have insurance through my wife's business, health insurance through them. We have dental through mine, because dental happens to be the best in my place. Health insurance happens to be the best where she works. At least in this town. We looked up Obamacare. And the funny thing is everybody's like, oh, Obama did this, Obama did that. No, he didn't. Everything that we're doing now, like for instance, Obamacare, was not his plan. It was a Republican plan called the Affordable Care Act. Obama pushed it through, so they nicknamed it Obamacare to make it go better. Because everybody's like, oh, he's black, he's the best. Why? Yes, he was charismatic. Yes, he was one of the first presidents we had that actually told jokes. Someone sent a slinger at him, he'd send him one right back. I liked watching him. Didn't much care for his political views, because he was kind of an anal dick. And he was also, everybody's like, oh, he was supposed to bring the races together. In almost every address he did, he made racism worse. He made it to where if you didn't vote for him and you were white, you're automatically a racist. That's where inherent racism came from, was because of his administration. And I know there's going to be a lot of people out there, oh, well, you're just stupid, you're just Republican. I'm not Republican. Do I like Trump? Yeah, he's fucking entertaining. He's the first president we had that's been on social media, and he cracks me up. Because I see what he's doing. He's joking. Like the whole grab him by the pussy thing. That was a joke. It was like, oh, that was serious. Really, if he wasn't a politician, you would have laughed your ass off at the joke. But since he's a politician now, you hate him for it. He was telling it to Jeb Bush in a van. It was a joke between dudes. And yes, he's a cocky, arrogant, blonde-haired, blue-eyed dude. What blonde-haired, blue-eyed dude isn't a cocky, arrogant prick? I've met almost every one of them I've ever met. They're kind of cocky, arrogant pricks. I'm not just saying that just because they're what you would call Aryan means they're cocky, arrogant. No, I'm just saying every one of them that I've particularly met are cocky, arrogant pricks. The males and the females. But anyway, now they're saying that Trump is a sexist. Yet, when he was running the first time, more black people, Mexicans, and women voted for him than white people did. And I mean black, white, and Mexican women. They were calling this guy a racist, a sexist, a bigoted prick. The people who voted for him obviously have a brain in between their ears and actually listened to what the guy was doing, what he was planning on doing, and what he has done. He's done more shit for our country in the last 4 years than the last 50 years. Our economy's better now than it has been in the last 50 years. Our gas prices, like I said, are cheap. I mean, yeah, tobacco's more expensive, but hey, I'm planning on quitting anyway. And of course, when I say I'm planning, I'm a procrastinator, so I probably won't. I'm either going to smoke tobacco or I'm going to vape it out. Everybody's like, oh, they're trying to take guns away. No, they're not. They're regulating more bullets, which is kind of fucked up. But they're not taking away our guns. They can't take away our guns. And another thing that I honestly believe, which has nothing to do with the sexism thing, because I'm done with that dumb subject. It's dumb, it's overrated, it just needs to stop. Same with the SJWs, the BLM. We just need to get the hell along. Who cares about being black or brown or white? It should matter what you have in your heart, not what color you are. You can be from the hood and still be an amazing person. Hell, Morgan Freeman grew up in Georgia, I think he said, and he grew up around racism. He's one of the richest black guys out there. He's one of my favorite actors. You know, look at Michael Jai White. He's a martial arts master. He's another one of my favorite martial arts. He's one of my favorite action stars. I would rather watch some of his movies than watch something with Brad Pitt's dumbass in it. You know, and I mean, partially I am martial arts. I have been. My family's like 3rd or 4th generation martial arts. So I am biased towards martial arts movies. I would rather watch one of those than watch some sappy ass crybaby bullshit. But I digress. Them saying that there's inherent racism, saying that there's inherent sexism, saying that if you didn't vote for Obama, which I did the first time, I said fuck you guys in the second time. Nope, not doing it. Either vote for him or Hillary. I vote neither. It's like they just took a chimp, threw him out of a plane, and whoever he touched was the next president. Well, I know this video is a little shorter than the last one, but I pretty much got everything that I wanted to talk about, at least on this video. Like I said, the next video is going to be more about atheism and religion and, you know, the truth and the non-truths of religion. Anyway, please like and subscribe. Have a good night.